keep moving.
Hey, Jesus loves you, man. He died for your sin. You know, life is
Who
short.
told you? Who told you that, man?
You ever thought
You're
about
misleading, brother.
thought about what happens after you die?
Of course.
What do you think happens?
Either you're gonna go to heaven or hell.
Where will
But
you
you
end
know
up?
who's the right God? Do you know who's God? Who's your God?
Jesus, of course.
How did you know?
Because the Bible was written 600 years before the Quran. It's the truth. You ever heard that before?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. And that's why, like, the Quran came after it, so it can collect all the religions in
You
one
know,
religion.
in the Quran, you're a slave to
That's
Allah,
why you
right?
guys.
You
Okay,
have
okay, okay.
you have to be obedient in order to make it to heaven. You have to do good things, right? You have
Correct.
the great jihazah, the balancing scale. And
Right.
you're placing your hope and your faith that you can be a noble enough person, you can do enough good things to gain God's favor, right? And to make it into heaven. That's the ultimate desire. That's the
All right.
ultimate
So,
hope.
my brother.
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but do you mind to have like a logical conversation? And you promise me you're not gonna skip, and I'm gonna go with you all the way. We're gonna
Yes,
talk about everything.
if you will not interrupt and let me talk and be respectful, of course.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. I'm
Of
gonna let
course.
you
Of
talk
course.
and do everything, but you promise me do not skip and give like a logical chat. Okay?
Sure.
Okay. You start first, man.
Okay. Here's the thing, like I was being very honest with you, right?
Okay.
Your hope is that if you do enough good things, right? If you are able to please God, you can make it to heaven yourself, right? But you're not 100% sure because no one
Right.
can be certain of that point. That makes
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
So just let me ask you very clearly, very plainly.
Okay.
Let's take a test. Have you ever told a lie before in your life?
Have you what?
Ever told a lie before in your life?
A lot.
A lie. Yeah, me too. I've told many lies. You ever stole anything before?
Few.
Me too. You ever hate anybody before?
A lot.
Me too. You ever disobey your parents before?
A lot.
Me too. You ever use God's name as a bad word like OMG?
Yeah.
Me too. Looks like you and me, that balancing scale, we're not going to be doing too good. That makes sense?
Right. Yeah.
So if we're completely honest, and if God judged us based upon what we just said, it's not looking too good for you or me. It's because nobody's
All
perfect.
right. Can I ask you one question? Are
Sure.
you gonna give me a space afterward so I can like answer all your question or?
I'm just saying it looks to me like it looks to if we're honest that if God judges us, we're going to be in a bad place. That makes sense?
Correct.
Yeah. That makes sense?
I agree. I agree.
So,
All right. Can I start talking now?
sure.
Okay. So do you believe of like a common sense?
Yes.
Okay. So what if I came to you and I say, hey, I saw a dog flying in the air? Are you gonna believe me?
Only if it's a donkey.
No, I say it's a dog.
Oh, if you saw a dog flying in the air. Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you
That
gonna believe
logically
me?
does not make sense. Yes, yes.
Okay. Just work with me, okay?
Sure.
So if you found like 4 5 people prove it and say, yeah, we saw the same dog, he's flying in the air. Are
Yes.
you gonna start like more believing in it?
If it's just a natural occurrence, no, but if God made it happen, then anything's possible.
So you're gonna start believing it
With
when
God,
you see
anything
like
is possible.
more people keep saying, yeah,
See,
we saw the same dog and it's
if
5 people
God
and
is
we
all
have.
powerful and God can do anything, can God make a dog fly if he wanted to?
So you're gonna believe it,
Can God make a dog fly if he wanted to?
man. Don't ask me a question, bro. I'm asking you a question, so you have to answer me. Don't
Oh,
answer with a different
I'm
question,
answering
okay?
your presuppositions because you're trying to make a point to make the Bible look silly, but it's not working.
So you tell me what I was trying to tell you. Like maybe you're so smart. Maybe you read
Here's
my
the
mind.
thing.
So you
Here's what
tell me
I'm
what I
here's
was
what I'm
trying
getting
to ask you.
across. I'm not playing any games. I'm just being honest with you. The reality is you and me,
I
we're
know I
not
shit your honesty, man.
the reality is we're not perfect. We cannot earn our way to heaven no matter how hard we try. And if God is just
Dude, are you a priest?
and God is just, and if he punishes us, we're in for trouble.
Of course, of course, of
And
course.
that's why the Quran teaches that everybody is going to have to answer for their sins. So everybody in Islam is going to have to go to hell at some point, and that's tragic, don't you think?
So that's mean like you mentioned Quran like 2 times or 3 times. So did you read the whole Quran?
I've read most of it, not the entire thing.
So you fully understand it?
I understand when it says right here, look for yourself. This is 1966 through
Hmm.
71. It says here, there is not one of you but shall pass by hell. This is the decree which your Lord will fulfill. See, not only do you not know that you're not 100% certain that you'll go to heaven, but in the Quran there's a guarantee that you'll go to hell. That's the scary and sad thing, don't you think?
Hmm.
Even Muhammad himself was not certain if he would go to heaven. And that is, you are very honest because you said you don't know either. And that's the same exact thing that Muhammad said. So he didn't know. He wasn't sure.
So are you gonna give me more space so I can like answer you, or you're gonna take all the way? Are you a
Because
priest first of all?
because it's based upon what in Islam it's based upon what you do for God.
Okay, okay,
That's the
okay.
scary
I
thing.
have one. I have a simple question for you, brother. I have a simple question
Go
for you,
ahead, go
brother.
ahead.
So are you seeking truth, or you trying to argue?
I'm not seeking truth. I have the truth.
So you have the truth. So you're looking
Yeah.
for the truth, no matter what.
No,
So if you are
I'm
wrong,
helping people find the truth. That's the difference.
okay. So if you are wrong, you're gonna admit it. I'm wrong, right? Because you're looking for the truth.
Yes, I know what the truth is, and I know that the Quran is wrong because you asked me if I read it, and I read it, and it's very clearly wrong. And I can show you if you want to see.
No, I just wanna like talk to you first. Then we're gonna go through like each like ayah or Quran or surah,
Yeah,
whatever you like.
sure, sure.
You ready?
Go ahead.
All right. So let me get back to my example. And you said like you might believe
Yes,
it because
a
God is
flying dog
capable
is
to do.
silly. Okay, I'll play your game. Yeah, a flying dog is silly.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna start believing, right? So how come like a million and thousand and million people start believing in Islam and less people believing in Jesus and Bible?
Because in
Does it make sense?
Islam,
The
if you
majority.
don't
No,
believe,
I'm
then
not done, bro. I'm
you
not
are
done, bro. You was criticizing me
in
when I
Islam.
interrupting you. So
In
just give me my space, bro.
in Islam, if you
You're
don't
not listening,
believe,
man. You're not listening, man. You're
you
not
will
listening.
get killed. You will be executed if you do not believe. That's the why. Because they're afraid. That makes
No,
sense?
no, 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 no. We got atheists. Where I'm coming from, we got atheists, we got like Christian.
Right.
Nobody's gonna execute it because you convert. You're wrong, bro.
No, I'm not wrong.
You're misleading,
If
brother.
you look at the top
You're
10
misleading, brother.
most violent and dangerous countries, they're pretty much all Islamic countries. If you follow Sharia law and you are not a Muslim, then you have a bad time.
Based on what? Based on what?
It would be more beneficial for you to act like you're a Muslim than to not be a Muslim. That's what I'm saying. If you're living in a Muslim
Okay,
country.
so based on what? Like you said, like the most violent like religion is Muslim. Based on what?
I'm saying any country under Sharia law is not going to be a good place if you are not a Muslim.
Oh, like Europe? Talking about Europe?
No, I'm
Back in
talking
the
about if you're
days?
living under
Back in
Sharia
the
law
days?
and you're not a Muslim, then it's going to be a bad place for you to live. Iran,
Dude,
Afghanistan, you name it.
Saudi Arabia, uh-huh, Turkey, Tunisia,
Yeah, you're naming countries that
Libya,
are more
Iraq.
secularized because they realize the madness of the Quran and they're becoming more secularized.
All right, brother. Let me tell you one final thing, man, because
Go
you
ahead.
seem
Go
a
ahead.
very good man,
Go ahead.
but you seem very misleading. Okay, I wish you can see the truth, and I wish you all the best, man.
Listen,
Seriously.
I've talked with many, many Muslims, and I've heard all of the things. I've read the Quran for myself, and I can show you very clearly that it's not true. There's many things that are factually not true. You said, wouldn't it be silly if you saw a dog flying? Well, don't you think it would be silly if somebody told you that the sun set in a pool of dark mud?
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
too, but that's what the Quran teaches. That's what they're quoting. There it is right there for you.
No, anything God says, you have to believe it. You have to. You cannot discuss God. You're not God. Our brains is limited.
Yeah, my brain is very limited and it
So
realizes
you
that
try to be this.
it's very limited and that it realizes that the sun doesn't set into a pool of dark mud, and that's silly.
Okay, like you have to be careful when you talk about like things we believe in because like I never
There's
criticize, I never like
there's a
insult
hadith
your
as
like
well.
belief. So you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? You have to be very respectful.
I am being respectful because look, this is what
No, but
Muhammad
you're
is
insulting
confirming it
like
in
this.
the hadith. He's saying, look, right here, he's saying it sets in a spring of warm water. See, people were asking him, where does the sun set? They don't have satellites back then. They're saying, look, if you're a prophet, please tell us. And he's telling them, look, this is where it sets in a spring of warm water. That is factually not true. We know where the sun sets now. That's just one example. That's just, look, I read the Quran for myself. That's how I know that it's not true. And I can speak confidently about it.
Okay, do
That's
you
just
know
one
like this?
example.
Okay, do you know this guy is Zakir Naik?
Yes, of course.
Did you see his videos?
Many times.
Did you understand it?
See, Zakir Naik, he's very good at doing one thing,
Uh huh.
taking a verse and spinning it, or taking it out of context. But he never reads the entire chapter or the passage. He's good at
I'm
deceiving
sorry.
people. He's good at
I'm
deceiving
sorry. I'm
people.
sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. But you're misleading, bro. You're misleading, bro.
No, I'm
I'm
telling you
sorry,
the
man.
truth.
I know it's
I
really
can
hard.
keep going. I can keep going. Here's another one. Look, I'm not playing around. This is serious right here.
Okay, okay. You seem to be very smart, but I'm not like a very religious dude, so I
Sure.
don't know like how to answer you. But I can
You
tell
don't
you, you
have
can
to
watch.
answer me. You can use common sense and just look at it for yourself and realize that it's not true.
It's not like that, brother. It's not like that, brother. It's not like that, brother. Man, if I told you like thousands of years ago, I told you like a guy he will look like a girl, and the lady she will look like a man. You wouldn't believe it, but it's being mentioned in Bible and it's being mentioned in the Quran. That's gonna happen at the end of the days. Now we believe it. So whatever doesn't make sense to you right now, you're gonna see it with your own eyes, and it's
It
gonna make
doesn't
a
make
lot of
sense to
sense for
me
you.
that the sun sets in a pool of dark mud. It doesn't make sense to me when he's talking about how babies are formed. That there's a look at right here on this verse is talking about we made a sperm into a clot of congealed blood, like a blood clot. He's saying the process
Mhm.
of when a baby is growing, when it forms, there's a time when it becomes a blood clot. We know that that's not true. They didn't have a microscope back then. They had, you know, but they're saying, look, you're a prophet of God. Tell us the truth. If he has access to God and he should be able to tell them. If not, he shouldn't say anything. But that's what he did. He
So
guessed.
how did he come to a conclusion like that's not true? Are
He
you a
probably
doctor?
guessed. He probably guessed.
Oh, so are you a doctor?
No, but I have Google and I can go on Google and see that there's
Okay,
no
okay.
time
So
when a
you based
baby
on Google.
there's no time when a baby is a blood clot ever.
No, it is.
You can go on Google yourself. You can go on YouTube. You can look at the process when a cell turns into a fully formed baby. You can look at it for yourself.
How long it take? Maybe like you did like your research, so you know better than me. So how long it take?
You can look on the websites and it'll show you pictures of when it starts in cells and they divide and they slowly grow. There's never a time in that where it is a clot of congealed blood like the Quran is teaching.
Well,
Don't you
I
think that
need to
that's
look
a
at
little
it,
bit
and
suspicious?
yeah, I need to find this hadith. So where did you find like your reference? Where did you get all this
This
hadith,
is
or where
Quran
did you
23,
read it?
23:14. There's many websites. There's many websites on the internet that have English translations of the Quran. So
So brother,
if you read it
so brother,
through, you will eventually come across things like this that are highly
okay, brother.
questionable. Yep.
So I think I'm not ready right now, but let me have your Skype so I can have like more talking, more chat with you if you don't mind.
Tell you what, I'll give you my email address right here. You can email me.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work. So we can talk. We can come here and talk sometime, and I'll make sure like I'll read all of that, man, and we're
Where
gonna like talk again.
it says America on here, but where are you from? I'm guessing you're not from America.
Why not?
I don't know. You have an accent. I don't know. That's-
Well, America always be with accent, man. So I don't think like it's weird to see someone with an accent, right?
yeah, You're right. You're right. I just thought I would ask. I don't know. Are you from America then?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Where do you live?
I'm living in Miami.
Oh, wow. Great. That's a nice place.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Listen,
sir.
I don't mean
You
to
close?
be harsh with you, but I've talked to many Muslims, and I'm sorry, I just don't play games. I've heard a lot of different stuff, and
That's cool. Straightforward, man. That's
it's
cool.
like
Being
nailing jello
straightforward
to
is
the
cool.
wall sometimes. So,
Yeah, you trying to help people and lead them to the right spot or the right like religion. There's nothing wrong about it. But are you sure you're following the right thing? That's a good question. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
Because because let's say like I smoke. If you come and ask me, I say like, oh, smoke is good, man, and I believe the smoke is gonna make you feel happy and it's gonna be good. So
yeah,
I be misleaded. So if I
sure,
bring someone to smoke again,
yes.
so that means I mislead everybody. So they're gonna follow me in the wrong path.
How did you find
You
out?
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, but how did you find out that smoking was wrong? Did you have to smoke yourself and experience it, or did you learn from other people? How did that happen?
You learn, you see other people, and you see
Sure.
like what happened to them. So
And it's the same
you
thing.
start to realize it's not a good thing.
It's the same thing with me in the Quran. I started reading it for myself. I started listening. You mentioned Zakir Naik. Yeah, I've seen lots of Zakir Naik, and I've seen the counter arguments. If you seem like a common sense, logical person, if you start researching it for yourself, you can see for yourself things that don't add up.
I would look it up, and
You watch YouTube at all?
of course, I, what's that?
You watch YouTube at all?
Yeah.
Here's my one of my favorite channels. A guy named Nabi Asli. He just takes the Quran stories and he animates them. He doesn't pull any punches. It's very good.
Nabi Ashley.
That's
Can
his
you, oh,
channel.
okay, okay, I see it.
Yep.
So he's a Muslim, or
I think at one time he was, but I'm not quite sure what he is now. But he but
so
he
he was a
animates.
Muslim.
He was at one point, yeah, but I'm not sure what he is now. But he basically animates the stories right straight from the Quran. It's really educational.
Oh, okay, perfect, perfect. So let me go ahead and add your name. Just give me 1 second. Let me write it down. Just 1 second. And as the meantime, brother, I have one last question, brother.
Go
If you
ahead, go ahead.
can explain it to me,
Go ahead.
I'll be much appreciated. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So how is it possible? Like you read in the Bible, the son is talking to the father,
Yes.
and the father talking to Jesus. How
Yes.
is it possible? Can you explain to me like the difference between like when you talk to someone and you are all the same?
Yes, look at this. The father of Jesus is not Jesus, right?
Okay.
The father
Mm-hmm.
cannot be the son. That makes sense?
Not really.
The father cannot be the son.
No.
That doesn't make sense to you?
No. That's why I need like some
Okay.
explanation.
So the father of Jesus is not Jesus, right? The father cannot be
Mm-hmm.
the son. They're distinct persons. They're distinct persons, but they have the same nature. Jesus is the
Okay.
son, who's one with the Father in nature. So when you see the word son in the Bible, that word huios in the Greek, it doesn't mean like we think like father and son, physical birth, sexual reproduction. It means
Hmm.
same in status, same in nature. Let me give you. I have a friend actually that he has a website that
I know for
explains it.
sure you've been asked like this question like many times
Yeah,
about it. I'm not the first one.
right. That's fine. I have a friend. His website. He's actually an ex-Muslim, and he explains it more clearly because he comes from a Muslim thinking, so he can help. He can. That's his website.
Okay, let me go ahead and take a look at it. So you got like in a video or just like a
He has
writing?
he has some. You can just look around his website. He has some videos and he has some um, articles too and things like that.
So he's a Christian.
He is now, yes, but he wasn't always that way. He's from Azerbaijan.
Okay. All right. So I think I will take a look on that, my friend, and hopefully we can get in touch again.
Sure.
And whoever like is wrong, hopefully he can find the truth, either me or you.
All right. What's your name?
My name is James.
James. I'm Eli. Is it okay if I pray for you? Are you okay with that, or does that offend you?
No, sure.
All right. Let me pray then. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me
Nice to
pray.
meet you, Mr. Eli. Anyway.
Okay, dear God, I just pray for James right now. I appreciate the conversation. It might be a little bit tense, but I pray that he would know that I do care for him and I care about the truth, and he does as well, I can tell. And I pray that he would humble himself and seek you. And God, I pray that you would show him and reveal him the truth, and that he would use these resources with an open mind, and that you would reveal to him and to me as well, and not to be proud about the whole thing, and just ask these things in the name of Christ. Amen. Amen.
I mean, thank you, Mr. Eli.
Yes,
Good
sir.
to talking to you, man, and wish you all the best, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
James, have a good night.